So, Asini, what are we gonna make?
Yes, so for our second dish, we decided with a spicy rigatoni pasta. So there's not going to be any meat in this pasta, but you can add meat, and I will let you know when you should add meat.
Okay.
But other than that, this is a very spicy pasta, which I personally enjoy a lot.
Okay.
So starting off, I'm gonna add a little bit of Astra, just a few this thing, just to get the flavor going. I actually like Astra more than adding oil, just because I believe that it adds a little bit more flavor. So I'm going to melt the Astra around, and when this melts for a little bit, just increase like to medium heat. And when that happens, we're going to go ahead and add our onion and garlic. So here I have one whole onion. It depends. So here I have 2 cups of pasta that I have pre-boiled. So usually I add one large onion for it. So we add it here and just let it simmer for a bit. And while that is going on, I add garlic paste. Just like half a teaspoon of it. There. And then I just let this to simmer for a little bit.
So the butter is for the flavor and the oil component?
Yes, that's right.
So what are we looking for? Like a brown, a goldish?
Yes, a little goldish sort of color, just to add the flavor to it. And this is sort of where you can add the meat as well. Just a preheated meat would do, like sausages. Even you can add mushrooms. So you just add it here and just let it saute for a bit. And while that is going on, just let this simmer for a bit. And here we go ahead and add the tomato paste. So I have tomato sauce here because it's actually more accessible, it's easier to find. But you can add tomato paste as well. This is just tomato sauce. And I added tomato sauce around half a cup here, but you can actually add more than that, like later on. I will show you if the desired taste and the color is not fine. We go ahead and add a little bit more there. So we wait until it just mixes up a little bit more. And then we go ahead and add the cooking cream. So I have a little cooking cream here, about again half a cup. But it can be heavy cream as well. But Anka has the cooking cream which is used for pastas in general.
This is what it would like thicken the...
Yes, it would give it more of a pasta sauce texture at this point. So we let it sit for a second so the flavors will come. We actually lower the heat and we let it taste for a bit. I decided to do this recipe because this is like an easy recipe you can just quickly whip up at home. It doesn't need too much of a back-end work there. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the chili flakes. Because it's a spicy this thing. So here there are 3 actually around 1.5 tablespoons. Yeah, just go ahead and mix that in a little bit. And then you add the pepper. So there's some pepper here. That's around a tablespoon. To give it that extra spicy taste here. And you add half a cup of reserved pasta water.
So once it's boiled,
you just take a little bit of pasta water and just set it aside.
Okay.
So this actually gives a much better flavor than throwing away all the pasta water that usually we do.
So when you boil the pasta, you added in salt.
Yes.
And then
yes. Initially, when boiling the pasta, we added the salt and just let it boil for the amount that is required in the packaging itself. Yeah. And then we just let it sit for a good few minutes without doing anything. We just leave it. And I have a little bit of chili powder and salt. Salt I'm going to add now, but the chili powder, it depends on the spice level you want.
okay.
So if you want it a little bit more spicy, you can add a little bit more, but I'm going to keep it until the end so it's easier to kind of get the point at that. And next I'm going to add a little bit of butter. This is like anchor butter. So this kind of helps thicken up and give a little bit more flavor to the pasta itself.
Right.
And then we kind of let it blend for a little bit.
So for how long do you, what's the consistency you're looking for?
Yeah, so we're looking for a little bit of a thick consistency. As you can see, when you just let it down, it kind of closes really fast.
Right.
So we're kind of looking for this consistency, and this is where we add the pasta shells that we already heated up. Yeah. So I'm going to add all of it now. So I'm just going under and over and just, yeah. So this is pretty much what you're looking for. But I have to add a little bit more cream because I like the pasta a little bit more creamy. So I just quickly, yeah. So here, because I like the pasta a little bit more creamy, I'm just gonna add a little bit more.
Just eyeball it.
Just eyeball it. It actually depends on your preference of how you like your pasta. If you like your pasta a little bit drier, you can just go ahead with the quantities I said. But if you want it a little bit more with a bit more of a creamy sauce with it, just go ahead and just add more sauce until you desire.
Okay.
Yeah. And a few of my last minute ingredients would be definitely sugar.
Okay.
A little bit of sugar. It increases the flavor of the pasta.
So you do this all while the heat is turned off?
Yeah, no. This heat is actually in a simmer.
Okay.
You always don't turn off the heat, so you just go ahead, go over and under and make it. And then last of all, you can add a little bit of mozzarella cheese or parmesan cheese as you prefer. Just going to get like a handful. Here I'm just going to add it on top and just let it cook.
So you don't want to mix it in, you just want to lay it on top?
Yeah, I just lay it on top. So I'm going to mix in this like a tiny bit, but not too much. And you keep your pan to a simmer and let it sit for a bit. Yeah. So it will just become extremely cheesy and creamy as well. A few minutes. So this is the final dish of the spicy rigatoni pasta. Do you want to have a taste and see how it is?
It's so good.
Thank you.
I could just take this home and just keep eating it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you all would like to make this dish, please do make this dish and tag us at PanColombo and tag Asini's Instagram page as well. It's Meraki by Asi. All of the information will be given on the screen. Also, please do like, share, subscribe, and let us know how you all feel about these dishes. Thank you.
Thank you.